one of those great kids that's a part of this lineup. One of those players, again, who has been so good on the field, but also a wonderful student off the field and in the classroom. It's a young business student in Jake Gdowski, as we'll take a look at a day in the life in this week's Player Profile with Jake Gdowski.
Football's been great because it lays the base down for your work ethic and your accountability. When you say you're going to get something done, you just do it now. It's not like, oh, I might do it. With football, you have to do it. So that transfers over in the classroom where if you have an assignment, I'm going to get this done. And it definitely teaches you the work ethic that is needed in the classroom. Some of the former football players told me, hey, you got to be part of the business school. It's one of the top schools in part of CSU. So I looked into it and I really liked it. All the teachers are so helpful. You can go up to them after class anytime you want, and they want to see you get better and get smarter.
This is real estate market analysis with Dr. Laposa.
It's definitely a special opportunity. I don't take it for granted. It's been a great 4 years, and to finish it off with Dr. Laposa's capstone and market analysis case study is it's been great.
You would normally go across the street and take a picture this way so you get the full.
Okay.
So
we're taking a building that was recently bought by a bank and basically coming up with what the value is based on the market as a whole, with supply and demand and what's happening with rents and everything. I'm working with First Bank. It's interesting, and they've been great over there. They've been helpful. We can really provide them with the highest and best use for the property. When you look at properties now, I look at it in a completely different fashion. Can this be developed? Is there potential here? I can have a case study that I can present to someone and say, hey, this is what I've done, and it's something I can put my name on and show future employers that this is what I can do. The College of Business is a really competitive school, and you're working a lot in teams too, which has been great because you work in a team on the field. You got to get together and rally behind each other to get what you want done. You really got to make sure everyone's accountable for what they're doing, and you got to check up on each other. You got to really care for your teammates in the business school and then on the field too, especially because that's ultimately what happens in the final result is how your team plays.
Well, one of those outstanding student athletes that truly shows and exemplifies that moniker of student athlete, and I know that's something that this coaching staff has been big on, and Jake, really one of the finest examples of that.
He is. He's an outstanding football player, but really takes care of business in the classroom. Going to have a great career after football, as you can tell. And he was a defensive lineman when I got here, and I called him in my office and said we're going to move you to offensive line. He looked shocked at me, but I think he and I both know that was the right thing to do.